Alright, we're trying this here. I have no idea. It has been a long, long time. I can actually see this. Testing my full memory on how to do this stuff. There we go. Let's see. Alright. Well, not that you know it, but I have it in my phone, so I can actually kind of see what's going on here. See if I can actually hear myself. Huh. Well, I can hear myself moving around. I can hear it on here. I guess we're going to do a free flight. Alright, what time of the day? I definitely want it light out. We'll do morning. Zoom in and park there. Alright, I probably should turn off the co-pilot, but probably gonna be yelling at me the whole time. Oh, well, alright, so he parked me there. I'm not sure.
Tango Bravo traffic. Alpha Sierra, X-ray Golf Sierra, taking off runway 24, departing straight out.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Assistances. It has been a long time, but since we're testing it, we're going to test it a little bit here to prove that it can actually stay running. Well, I would assume it would be instances, but let's go back to main menu. I wonder if it's out here in one of these settings. Might be the same menu lists. All right. Why don't we have a search? It'd be nice to find a search. It's not that one. AI radio communications, I'm okay with that. ATC enforced flight plan. Not right now. I wonder. Piloting assistance. You would think it would be in here. I'm picturing a screen that had the pilot on it, and then you could pick your co-pilot. It's like it's stuck in the middle because there really isn't a co-pilot in there. Language, sound online, flight model, camera, advanced options. All right. Oh yeah. Your profile name. See, pictured them somewhere in here. Customize identity. I think it's in here. Copilot. None. Right? Save and back. Well, let's see if it's apparel. None. Good. Alright, well, let's see if that actually... see if that helped. Back to free flight. Sure, Westbound. I don't really need to set any of this. Oops. There we go. I may not have set the time again. Might be nighttime. Yeah, it's nighttime. Oh, yeah. Why did I do that? Oh, they gave me a little flashlight. That's nice, but we need to change the time. 3, 4, 5. Alright, so Vision Jet G2 Plus. We gotta take off the wheel cocks. Those are gone. Can't fly with this on there. And be a lot of problems doing that. Alright. Purpose of this recording is just to make sure that the graphics actually go through here. Doesn't look like it's overstressing the computer at all. Shift 1. Alright, battery 1 and 2 on. Turn on the strobe. Wait for this thing to initialize. Take a look. Alright, looks like we're coming alive. I thought, there we go. That'll give us a vision, or a visual of the plane. Believe it or not, the stream is, or the moving more, I'm just bumping my hand up against stuff. Alright, back inside. Alright. 3. Yeah, sync to what's in there. I don't even know what's in there. Looks like 73 gallons in each tank. No, I do not want the co-pilot to do that. If the co-pilot's on, I'm going to freak. Alright, takeoff data. Yeah. Flight plan. I thought I did add an origin. TB. Enter. There, that's better. Add destination. Let's go up to Green Bay, I guess. GRB. Enter. Some of this stuff is kind of shaky. That's okay. I'm good with that for now. Before we lose too much of the battery. Alright, I gotta get rid of that so I can see it. Turn on, switch on. Test parking brake is on. Start engine. Hold for a second. Let's see here. Yep. Temperatures are coming up. Alright, so we can turn that on, turn pressurize. We don't need any of that on. No ice protectant at the moment. Takeoff trim is not set, so let's set that. It's gonna be awful hard to fly if this thing is down here. Alright. Yeah, wrong way. I think it's plus about 4 degrees. Alright, we're at 4 degrees. Turn off the master caution. I know the parking brake. We will set the brakes here. Yep, they look like they're moving. Alright, just 0 and I'll sit up here a little bit and come down. Alright. Take a quick look on the outside. Well, this guy doesn't go away, so we're gonna run him over. Strobes are on. Back inside. I'm not going to do any checklists, we're just going to play around. And the one thing, I guess, can I see one of these things? Oh, of course they wouldn't put the sock anywhere near here. Oh, there. Oh, it's pretty calm. I think we're going to go down here and let's see what we got. Actually, let's do the outside. Wheels, rudders, ailerons, elevators. And I don't think this thing has back. They have a name for that, but I forgot what it's called. Instead of a tail, it's a V-tail, so they gave it a special name. Alright, brakes off. Throttle. We're gonna go off that way. We'll just ignore the little guy that didn't want to move out of the way. Oh, they're gonna tell us what one to take off from. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn off these pilot assistance stuff, but no, yeah, I didn't take those off. That's my fault. All right. What was I gonna do? Take these off. must have bumped the flaps. I put them at 50 now. And yes, my voice is not good either, but I can tell it's worse than it used to be. Alright, we're going to stop here. Just a real quick. I have to get this set though. Alright, so. These don't have to have shift in. I only thought some keys did something, but they don't. They have it set right? 123.05. 125. Oh wait, 123.05. Yeah, that's right. But anyway, let's listen to the weather. Oops. 120.0.
Echo Tango Bravo, automated weather observation. 0400 Zulu. Wind, calm. Visibility, 9er. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 15C. Dew point, 13C. Altimeter 299er2.
Well, I'll be darned. Alright, we'll take that altimeter reading.
Automated weather observation. 0400 Zulu. Wind, calm. Visibility, 9er. Sky condition, clear. Temperature, 15C. Dew point, 13C. Altimeter 299er2.
The autopilot will go up to 3,500. I'll set that when I get on the running. Speed mode. Manual. We'll see how that works, but alright. That should be good. Parking brake off. Alright, let's say we have clearance.
Kilo Echo Tango Bravo traffic. Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra. Taking off runway 24. Straight out departure. Kilo Echo Tango Bravo.
No, I do not want to hear you. Copilot is still on. Oh. I guess we're just gonna have to hear him chirp and do the wrong thing, but I'll figure out next time how to get rid of them. This is just a test. Alright, parking brake disengaged, brakes on. Flaps 50%. Engines coming to 100%. Engines wound up. Stable. Brakes released. We're at 60. Brings up. Gear up. Flaps up. Gear up. Gear up. We're at 125.
Chicago Center, Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra is type 1 mile southwest of Kilo Echo Tango Bravo, 1700. Request flight following.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Chicago Center. Squawk 505
Squawk 505 X-Ray Golf Sierra.
X-Ray Golf Sierra, radar contact 2 miles west of Kilo Echo Tango Bravo, 2500. Altimeter 2992.
Roger, X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Still climbing here. There we go. So we have the trim worked out, so it's a little easier. I'm manually flying it. I do not have the autopilot on right now. I'm just going to intercept the course at 3,500. Just so we can see the ground details.
X-Ray Golf Sierra, contact Chicago Center on 127.0. Good day.
127.0, X-Ray Golf Sierra. Chicago Center, Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, 3,500.
Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra, Chicago Center. Altimeter 2992. Radar contact, continue.
Trim's a little bit hot on the climb. A little bit of a left turn here. We're at 3,600. Kind of want to bring it back down to 35 just to keep us where I want to be. Coming up on 200 knots. We'll back her off just a little bit. I could set the auto throttle too, but I'm just going to do a manual flight up here to Green Bay. We're 54 nautical miles south. I recognize this. I used to fly over this a long time ago. This was my northwestern point before I turned back to West Bend when I would fly. I believe that's Long Lake. Used to fly over there to Round Lake, over here to Long Lake, and then went back to West Bend. Course, correct us back to the little bit of 2-knot side wind from crosswind from the left. We're 2,400 feet above the ground according to the radar altitude. It's kind of cool. Lake Winnebago over there. Oshkosh will be on the other side of the lake. Normally this jet can get up a little bit higher, a lot higher. This altitude, we'd smoke any Cessna 172 flying around. Just to test in the game, you can turn those on. You can actually see the towns you're going over, the markers. by. Looks pretty realistic. I'm going to turn on the autopilot here for a second. I think it will hold me right here in this direction, which will be okay for a minute. Need to look at something in Green Bay. I changed the destination airport. Okay, so they have a north-south one. Alright, so if we come in this direction, we should line up with the runway. And with the winds being as light as they are, otherwise I'm gonna have to fight with no. Pilot off.
X-ray Golf Sierra contact Green Bay approach on 119.4. Good day.
Going to 119.4, X-ray Golf Sierra.
Alright, I'm flying again. Right at the 200 mark. Pull back just a little bit on power. You're about 19 nautical miles south of Green Bay. I'll let the thing descend a little bit too much, but I do believe I see the runway up there. I think we're just a little bit left. So Can't believe it's been a year and a half since I streamed. Alright, we're 10 nautical miles out. About 5 nautical miles, I'll configure the plane for the approach part. Back power a little bit. Usually this plane approaches about 160 or so. It slows down quite a bit from there. Runway is dead center ahead. About 5 nautical miles out. And flaps. Alright, let's put down the gear. Alright. Runway wasn't quite dead center ahead, but I can see the PAPI lights. We are a bit high, but that's okay. I'd rather be a little high than low. Alright, full flaps. There we go, now we're on the center of the glide path. It's about where you want to be, about 500 feet per minute descent. We're at 700, depends on our speed. Losing a lot right now. Alright, coming in nicely. Ready to flare. Idle, pull back, pull back. Back. Touchdown. Alright, we're down, flaps up. I don't see any exit points. We're rolling. Oh, brakes. Exit to the right. Looks like there's a building straight ahead. Cross. Everything's good here. No cross traffic. Just go straight ahead. I don't have to go over to the terminal. I'll take a little bit to get over there, so we'll just go park over by these buildings. Going around the ill-placed marker that they like to put right in the middle of the taxiway. All right. That would have been a cool spot to park. Looks like they got parking back here. Let's go back by this building. Not that one. Stop all the way up back there too. It's pretty cool. Look at all those buildings. Huh. We'll stop right here. Oh, they got a plane out there. Alright, I'll use this test recording to see what the sound is like. I know my voice sucks, but that's just what we are. We'll pretend we have a hangar back here. We'll parking brakes. Parking brakes on. Probe heat off. Landing lights off. We don't need the fresh air to bleed at that. Everything seems to be in order. Switch to off. Engine off. Engines are power spooling down. 61 gallons in the left tank, 63 in the right, a total of 124. We can just switch all this off. If I remember right, I can just reach back here and actually hit the door. There we go. On the outside of the plane. See, it's in one piece. Nice little plane. Alright. I figured out how to turn off the stream. Alright, stop stream.